Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. We start on the daily time frame as we do it every day for everybody who's new on the channel. Everybody, needs to be on the same page. So we still see here the same structure. It's not changed on the daily time frame. We'd like to see the white structure complete its move to the upside over the coming weeks. Okay, so it's likely that we are now stuck in some kind of a correction. As already indicated in the last video yesterday, it seemed as if Bitcoin was heading into a correction, but I also said that we need to keep an open mind towards the exact structure and depth that correction will take. What we do not know about at this stage is if the current correction is all of wave 4, that's a possibility, all of wave 4 in the white count, or if it is a wave 4 within wave 3 still. That, however, doesn't really impact in any significant way the support zone we need to look at, so I wouldn't make it more complicated than it already is. So that doesn't matter at this stage. Therefore, I would only differentiate currently between a wave 4 pullback, which would be bullish because it would simply be a pullback in an uptrend, which could provide an opportunity if it is deep enough, and the orange wave count, which is obviously the same scenario on the larger time frame, but it would allow the price to get back into the yellow support zone, potentially for a lower entry point. Okay, so it would basically reset everything that we've done in recent weeks, and the wave 4 would simply still be unfolding, and we would restart this wave 5 a little later. Everything would shift over here, and it would simply be the orange wave count that's playing out, which is, again, it's the same scenario on the daily time frame. It means just that the wave 4, instead of completing on the 23rd of January, it's still unfolding. It basically just means that the correction took a different route. The correction that's unfolding in this wave 4 is extending. Okay, so that's sort of what we are watching currently on the daily time frame. I mean, for the daily itself, it's really only important, do we hold 35k? Because only below $35,000 I would have to change my expectations on the daily time frame. We would basically be moving or morphing into a different scenario. We would be looking at a deeper B wave scenario, lower B wave, pre-halving dip or whatever, but I would not focus on that, and it's not my primary scenario until we even come close to 35k. I mean, 35k wasn't even broken here on the 23rd of January. So the situation remains largely unchanged on this time frame over the next few weeks. As per the white count, which is currently the primary scenario, we should move further to the upside. The next upside Fibonacci level to watch is at 54,000 pretty much. And then the wave 5 could still send us higher. Again, that depends to a degree a little bit on, is this here now just a wave 4 in a still unfolding third wave? Or is it already the main wave 4 of this move to the upside, which started on the 23rd of January? However, I'm bullish against a certain support level in the very short term, which we can take a look at on the 1 hour time frame. The 1 hour time frame here reveals this structure in detail, and you can still see the yellow box here. It's between 35k and 41.8k. This again will only get relevant again if we come down in this C wave in orange, which I've just shown you on the daily time frame as well. It's the same, we just put the magnifying glass on it, and it would just mean that this wave 4 is still unfolding. But what is the line in the sand that will decide between the orange count and the white count? Well, it's the break below 47k, which can of course happen, but it is important for traders to know when do these probabilities shift and what is a reasonable area to watch for a reversal and a continuation to the upside in the white count. Well, it's this area between 47k and 50k. There are 3 Fibonacci levels here, which I think have to be watched in case we get a deeper pullback. So the levels are between, the 50% retracement and the 23.6 retracement. With an ideal, basically you could say an ideal target here for this wave 4 at the 38.2 retracement. So it's 47k, 48.3k, and 50k pretty much. So that, however, that we are breaking below this area is not my primary scenario on this time frame. It would be a likely alternative, not unlikely, but only the likely alternative. The preferred scenario is, I mean, I just go with the trend, right? And it is that we are obviously holding above support. I'm definitely going to watch for support. I can also not look into the future. I don't have, don't have a crystal ball, so I'm not telling you support will hold. I'm simply telling you if the market offers a deeper pullback, we could get into this area, which I think is likely. So it's due anyway. I mean, a pullback is due. It's just a question, do we get it this weekend or not? So we just have to be a little bit open to the exact structure, how this wave 4 unfolds. But if the market offers a pullback into this support region, then these are the three levels that we can use to watch for a reaction and a reversal. Yeah. Only below 47K, I would have to switch towards a short-term, more bearish scenario, which is my scenario for risk management purposes, which means that, if the orange count plays out, we could be looking at a dip towards 41.8 to 35K. And every trader needs to think about, okay, are you happy or am I happy with that drawdown in case it happens? Or is it rather wise to take some partial profits? Everybody has to decide that for themselves based on their personal situation, portfolio exposure, and so on. Now, looking at the microstructure here, if we assume that circle wave 3 here finished, then yeah, circle wave 4 could be unfolding. But I highlighted to you in the last update that really the next step to confirm a larger correction is that we break below the last swing low. Here we've got the level at 51,350, and then the one before is at 51,250. So these two swing lows need to be broken. Until then, it's possible that here a triangle pattern unfolds. We've now broken below the trend line, but that's not very well defined. Could still easily form a triangle until we break below those previous swing lows. So triangles can always extend. I have specifically and intentionally not put a nano count on this because the exact structure that this correction will take is not known yet. It's also not important. The support area is defined, and when we get a little bit more structure that's clear, then we can define targets, real targets for this correction, more than just the support area. And also please be aware that the move to the downside so far is corrective in nature. So we have a 3-wave pullback, which means that the larger uptrend remains intact, which is also why I'm focusing on the white count still. Now that can change, but it hasn't changed yet. And however, it seems, price action seems that Bitcoin is still in corrective mode, as already mentioned yesterday. So that just adds to my analysis and viewpoint from yesterday. But as I said, we just need to keep an open mind about the exact structure that this correction will unfold. As I said, the next main support level here, 50K. We also have this ascending trend line, and down there, the previous swing low around the 48,320 level, which is basically this 38.2 fib level. And then also here, a swing low where we have additional support. Not much more to add, so I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.